Whenever your intro's finished.
Hello, everybody. You ready to get upsetty spaghetti?
Oh, whoa!
And my nigga here. You all ready to get upsetty spaghetti? Because I saw this on Facebook earlier, and I was like, okay. I've seen this meme 200 times on Twitter and about 1,000 times on Facebook. I get everybody's pissed off at Greta Thunberg for making a valid point.
Makes sense, Wolf.
Making a valid point, and I'm pretty sure the soldiers here, in this picture right here, would probably whoop your ass if they figured out their likeness was being used without permission.
It's just a stock image.
That's the thing, is all these aren't stock images here.
No, it is. Like, there's like watermarks on it.
Yeah, there are watermarks on it, but then that's the thing, is that these people are real people. That's the thing, is that I'm pretty sure that a few of these guys wouldn't agree with what is being said in here. And okay, I get that the first few generations think that Box generation over here is a joke, but that's the thing. Is my generation has been cleaning up this generation's mess since most of us were born. Okay? Like, I mean, come on. As one person under this post said, okay, I like how they make fun of people here. But
okay, hold on. Let's make this, instead of just ranting, let's make this video a little bit more organized, okay?
Okay.
We have 3 sections for this video. We're gonna have the stuff about, we're gonna talk about this girl, okay? I forgot her name.
Her name is Greta Thunberg. Okay.
Greta Thunberg, my bad. Okay, but we're gonna talk about this girl first, why people don't like her, whether you like her or not, okay? Then, let's talk about the generations, that whole problem, and then let's talk about the, like, transphobia, okay? So that's what we're gonna go for.
Okay. You guys also got to remember that in his religion, transphobia is one of those things that's okay. That's the thing, is you can't even deny it, bro.
Well, I mean, it's not necessarily, like, okay to hate them, but, like, you're not allowed to be a trans.
Okay.
That's for sure.
Okay, bro. We're also talking about the same. You're also talking about the same people in your religion who stone gays just because.
The people in the religion don't represent the religion.
That's the thing. Is you say,
because you can have a very stupid atheist that doesn't represent atheism.
That's the thing.
Examine atheism.
That's the thing. Is comparing atheism to.
No. But see, you have to examine Islam itself, not Muslims, because you can misrepresent. Same thing for Christians. You can't examine Christians to judge Christianity. You have to examine Christianity itself.
You know what? Unfortunately, what you just said was wrong. You can examine Christianity.
Well, I mean, you can do whatever you want, but like, it's not very smart.
Oh.
Like, judging Christianity, like, you can say, oh, Christians are stupid, haha, but you can't, like, you shouldn't judge the religion of Christianity based on Christians. You should judge it based on the religion itself.
You know what?
So, like, if a Christian does some stupid stuff, that reflects on Christians, not Christianity.
This lady who I'm talking about is okay. To kind of make my point here, she is one of those people who gets super offended, okay, Facebook has this thing where it covers offensive things. And, okay, this person said, why did I have to click to uncover the thing on it? Because Facebook takes care of its precious snowflakes. News to you. Facebook loves Trump. Fucking news. Facebook loves Trump. Mark Zuckerberg has...
Bro, that was a stupid statement, but that was pretty good. Facebook takes care of its snowflakes.
Yeah, it's stupid. But you gotta remember that not only does Mark Zuckerberg love Trump, but he's also taken the fall for Trump more than once. That's the thing is on here, all on Facebook, all you ever see are Trump campaign ads. This is a pro-Trump website. Twitter, on the other hand, is not. Twitter.
Yeah, I think Twitter is like an anti-Trump website.
No, Twitter has said, if you say racist shit, we're gonna ban you. Like, come on.
Well, then why haven't they banned him whenever he says racist?
Okay, there are laws in place that says you cannot ban a public figure like Trump because he is president.
Yeah, like at the end of the day, he's president, but I think this is a private business. You know, that really.
That's the thing is it has to.
Like if a senator walks into my door and I'm like, I don't know, like I own like a grocery store, and a senator walks into my door and starts breaking rules, I can kick them out.
No, you can. Okay, that's the thing is those laws and the internet laws are two totally different things. On Twitter, they cannot kick you off if you are a public figure. Okay, they cannot kick you off if you're a public figure
unless you've broken a law.
Unless you have complete. Okay, they have banned. Okay, what's his face? Alex, what's his face? The dude who yells gay frogs. The government's making gay frogs. What's his name? Alex something. Whatever. Alex something. They have banned a few other racist people. And that's the thing is all these people are public figures, but they've been told for the umpteenth time, you can't say that.
Yeah, and like people are like, oh, that infringes on my freedom of speech. Freedom of speech, it actually doesn't, because freedom of speech protects you from prosecution from the government. It doesn't protect you from people like calling you dumb and like. It
doesn't protect you from my foot up your ass. How about that?
Yeah, like it protects. The whole point of freedom of speech is so that if you say something that the government doesn't agree with,
they can't do anything.
They can't do anything about it.
They can't do anything.
Right? So if someone calls you, if you say something controversial and someone calls you a dumbass and Twitter blocks you, they didn't infringe on your freedom of speech. They just practice their own freedom of speech. That's what people have to understand. Is that freedom of speech, we need to change the name of that. It's a very misleading term. Because they think, oh, I can say whatever I want.
Yes, they do. But it would take, it is so hard to change an amendment. Even the name of an amendment. So that's not even an option. Okay, I'm going to read off a few more things. Okay, she said because precious snowflakes, and he said true. It didn't used to be covered, some offended person probably reported it. Okay, we're also talking about someone who can't even use proper English. And I will read what I typed out in a hot minute.
Oh, God, here we go.
In a hot minute, okay. I said, because they need to protect the mentally ill people being made fun of in this meme. LOL, I don't know. LOL, I don't know. My cover thing has been broke for the last 2 months. Says the stuff that doesn't cover shit. That's the thing, is that this cover, this photo, doesn't work all the time. Okay, on mine, I've seen car crash victims be ripped in half and it not even be covered. Like,
so should they reform the system?
Like, I don't know.
Like, I know you can't really give an answer to that because you don't work at Facebook.
I don't work at Facebook, and nor do I want to work at Facebook. See, if I was to apply to a job for Facebook, it would be punching Mark Zuckerberg in the face every day.
What? You don't like Mark Zuckerberg?
Okay, first of all, he has turned. Okay, Facebook actually used to be pretty fucking good before Trump came around. It was free. People were getting punished for what they did. Nowadays, right-wing people don't get punished for saying racist shit. The KKK doesn't get anything. The NRA, when the NRA talks, everybody just fucking listens, which the NRA has illegally taken funds from Russia and so many other people that they're not fucking supposed to. Also, okay, I'm gonna just read what I wrote. Okay? Do you want me to go ahead and read what I wrote?
Read it.
Okay. I like how these are the same old people who vote for Trump. 2. I mean, yes, the Gen can't decide what we want, but what we want to be. But all Greta said was smart shit about a no-no topic, climate change. And the no-no topic, climate change. And now this shit, fuck. Why do I always fuck up what I write? Okay, basically the synopsis of what I'm saying is leave your bullshit. Leave your bullshit, and that the generation is gonna, that same generation that you're making fun of is gonna take care of you one of these days, and that they can make you pay, that they're gonna stick you in a home, basically, is basically what I was saying. The first part, okay, what I fucked it up. I fucked up the first part, and then when I read something, it doesn't make sense to me. So that's one of the mental problems that I do have, is reading something that I wrote, and then I find a mistake in it, and then it fucks me up for reading the rest of it. So basically what I was saying is that making fun of a 16-year-old makes you about as smart as a piece of toast.
You're not very smart.
So, actually, toast is smarter than you. Hell, not even the dirt on the ground under your feet. Not even...
They're even making fun of your ass.
What?
Even the dirt is making fun of your ass.
Even the smallest organism in the world is making fun of your ass for being so dumb. You are making fun of a 16-year-old kid with mental problems. Okay, it doesn't make the rest of us a snowflake just because we're telling you no. I love how the word snowflake is an insult nowadays. Even though
snowflake, you know that thing that all snowflakes are different?
Yeah.
That's not even fucking true. Can we talk about how that's not even true?
Okay. Have you actually ever seen snow in your life, bro?
What? Like one time, because I was in Georgia.
You saw snow once.
But so, anyways,
so shut the fuck up.
Listen. The crystalline structure of snow is determined by the conditions in which it forms, which means that snowflakes aren't some special part of nature. If it's formed in the same conditions, like it will form in the same way.
I would love to see the article on that, because that's the thing. As someone who has been around snow most of his life and has seen snowflakes fall, and each time it falls on my hand, it's a different shape and different look. That just makes the fact that my personal experience outweighs your fucking science, bro.
Well, actually, that's like... There's actually a name for that. Hold on. It's called anecdotal evidence, where you take imperial evidence, but then you overweigh your own personal experiences with imperial evidence. It's called anecdotal evidence. It's called
anecdotal evidence that about the whole rest of the place where I lived saw also.
Yeah, but that's still anecdotal.
That's still fucking anecdotal, and yes, I get that.
Well, I guess it's not anecdotal within your sample size, but in general it is.
Like, okay, I get you like using science to explain stuff, but at a point, there are some things that science can't explain, and that's one of those things that science cannot explain. Where in places like Sweden, where it snows all the time, there are people who report the snowflakes being different all the time.
Oh yeah, see, this is what I'm saying is that but this is what people have the idea of. They think that every snowflake is like special and it just comes out a different way.
Okay, that's the thing.
It's determined by conditions. So if somehow you made this condition.
Let's talk about.
I don't know if it's ever happened in nature, but it's happened definitely in nature. Like,
see, that's the thing. That is man-made snow.
Well, it's not really. What makes nature and man-made snow different? I mean, they both call it.
Okay, what makes nature and man-made snow? Because Mother Nature can literally change the shape of the snowflake as it's falling.
No, but listen, okay? So this is how it was determined. That's a crystalline. First of all, this is diverging so much.
First of all, can I stop you right there?
Yeah.
This isn't even the original topic.
This isn't the topic,
but also, that's not the kind of snowflake that we're talking about, bro. Different type of snowflake.
No, this is why it is, okay? So here, there's no real differences between this so-called man-made snow and the like that. Like for example, there is actual man-made snow, which is made from different chemicals. It's not actually water.
Actually, the man-made snow is used for decorations. It isn't used for much else other than decorations.
But this is no, that's like not water though. Like this was done in a lab to test what determines the shape of the snowflakes.
Why?
So right.
Why?
Because you want like to know.
Okay,
like,
whatever.
anything.
Things scientists do when they're bored, but imagine being okay. Let's change the subject here for a minute. Okay, the snowflakes that they're talking about are are people who have a valid point, but the Republicans, and this is a Republican term only, okay, they call liberals, Democrats, whatever, nowadays snowflakes when we have a valid point. That's the thing. Is when we have a valid point, we're called snowflakes because literally.
And also, I don't think the term. See, there's certain terms which are like actual terms to be used, and then there's certain which is just stupid kids on the internet.
That's
like,
the thing.
And I feel like snowflake is one of those things.
That's
like, snowflake
the thing.
is more of a roast, not really like a.
That's the thing. Is the original person to use the word snowflake was a 70-year-old man.
Because he's very intelligent, let's just say.
Towards a 20-something-year-old person who was telling him how fucking stupid he was for voting for Trump. Okay, the people who vote for Trump are so are just so uneducated. Even Trump said they're uneducated too. They're so uneducated.
Trump's not gonna get the vote.
No.
He said his own voters are uneducated.
And they still vote for him.
Oh my god.
What
a legend.
They are so uneducated that they wouldn't know their own microbes from the dirt on the ground. That's the thing, is these are the dumb-ass rednecks who also steal cigarettes from a store, who walk behind, grab 2 packs, and then walk out. These are also the kind to have sex with their sister. And no, I am not putting this in child-friendly. Fuck that.
Bro, did we just teleport into freaking Alabama real quick?
What do you mean?
Bro, you said that they have sex with their sister.
Alabama, Kentucky, Utah, Texas, not Texas, Florida, and, did I say Kentucky already?
So I don't know who my parents voted for, if they even did vote, because I know that my dad didn't vote, because he's not a citizen, so he can't vote.
Okay.
But I think my mom voted for, I don't even think she voted.
I really don't.
And my sister was old enough to vote, but I don't think she did either. So I guess that makes them not good citizens, but at least they didn't vote.
Okay, that's the thing, is I also find the people who don't vote about as unintelligent as they might be perfectly intelligent people outside of voting, but I find that
not voting is just a bad idea.
They're also the people who complain that shit is going wrong.
But that's the thing, is that my parents don't really complain, because we're not I guess you could consider us a minority, but it doesn't really I don't know, it's never affected us too much. We don't
your dad is also is a CEO of a gas station where everybody else gets snacks, so pissing him off would probably be a bad idea.
Yeah. Yeah, I didn't know. I was like, Dad, where do you what position are you in? Bro, I'm the CEO of the area. How did you not know this? I told you this only 2 months ago, and I was just like, oh my god.
Son, you are a fucking retard. Oh my god, but I love what your dad said to your brother when he got himself cut. Oh my god, your dad's a fucking legend, by the way. Oh my god. Okay, enough talking about his family, but let's get back to, we have strayed so far from the topic that we were talking about before. Okay,
Yeah.
let's get back on that topic. Okay.
Yeah, we'll talk about the snowflake thing later, because I don't even think that's worthy of a video. Because we're not even talking about anything controversial. We're just discussing snowflakes.
But then, that's the thing, is that the people who call you a snowflake, and yes, this is relevant to the video, the people who call you a snowflake are also snowflakes themselves. Those are the people who walk up to you, yell nigger, and point at you, and point at me. And I'm gonna say this, I am 6'4". I'm a pretty big dude.
Fatty, oh my.
Shut the fuck up. I am fat though, so...
Wait, you are?
Yes, I am. Okay, first of all, you're talking to somebody who loves food more than anything. Like...
Yeah, who doesn't like food? You're weird if you don't like food.
You're actually, I think there's a condition that it's called when you don't like food. It's called...
So, that's called being weird.
That's called anorexia.
Yeah, same thing. I'm sorry for bullying.
Actually, anorexia is a serious thing.
Yeah.
That kills people every day because they get so thin that their body just shuts down and they die. So
why don't they eat though?
Why don't they eat? Because
like, I know it's the condition, but like what causes
okay, it's also part body dysmorphia. They look in the mirror and they see themselves as fat.
But like, would you rather be fat or die?
I think they don't care at a point. I think those same people just don't care. But, okay. Back to whatever. These are the same people to yell nigger at me and then get me arrested for punching them in the face. And them yelling free speech, free speech. Free speech. And it's like, that's the thing, is that you say shit and you get hit in America. Okay, but those are the same people to come as a group to your house with a burning cross, tiki torches, and in their shitty cream-colored polos.
I kind of just gotta insult their polos real quick, just before you continue.
Yes, insulting of the polos, get upsetty spaghetti over it.
Bro, polos are lit.
No, polos are lit. It's just that on Nazis they
That's like the first American code I want is like a polo.
They're nice. They're nice. It's just that I can never find a polo cheap enough and big enough to fit around my gigantic fucking arms. So enough talking about my size for now.
I am making a laugh.
But
so I can bully kids.
But then that's the thing, is you're also talking about the same. We're also talking about the same people who vote for Trump, but then think it's okay to do whatever they want. Like, okay, Barbecue Betty. Here's an example. Barbecue Betty, she was okay. Did you ever see the video of that, where she called the police on a black family for having a barbecue in the park?
Legit reasoning. Got you. We can already tell. Oh my. Ingram for a floating wooden raft on the server is 5,000 fiber, 1,000 hide, 1,000 metal, and 1,000 wood.
That is stupid. That is hella dummy thick bullshit.
What is this? Why would you even do that? I don't understand. Like, can someone just give me the reasoning behind that?
I don't have any reasoning behind that.
Like, rafts are literally, like, the least OP base of all time. Like, so they're not trying to prevent raft raiding.
Okay. But then back on topic, bitch. Come on.
Listen here, buddy. You're the one straying us from the topic. Okay.
But on another note there, that's the thing, is if you look at it, these are also same motherfuckers who yell and scream and rant and rave when shit doesn't go their way. That's the thing. You get what I mean?
Yeah.
Those are the same people to rant and rave that things aren't going their way. But then, okay, do you think the first part of the video is, the first section of the video is almost done?
Yeah, okay, let's just quickly address that girl.
Greta?
before this.
Okay.
Yeah.
She is the first part of the video, right?
Yeah.
Okay, the first part of the video.
Okay, we strayed so much off topic. I know you don't edit, but you might want to edit this part out.
That's the thing, is I'm not going to take the time to edit that out.
Okay, anyways, alright. So just put like a timestamp, like skip right here. Okay, this is the actual first part of the video that internet's just fucking off. Okay. So why do people not like it? Like, try to get it unbiased, because you're gonna call people retarded and stuff, but I need to know the actual thing that she did that people are finding.
I've told you 7 or 8. Fucking A, Jesus Christ. Oh, my microphone's moving, so...
But she has to say something in specific to get these people outraged.
Okay,
like, you don't just,
okay, I showed you the video. You watched the video.
What did she say, though? You just sent me a video of her talking to David Attenborough.
She said that my generation is the future. That I don't want to have to clean. Basically, she told them what Superman tells people every fucking day after he's done saving people's asses. I don't want my generation having to clean up your fucking mess, basically. In layman's terms, she basically told everyone that she doesn't want to fucking clean up their mess. She doesn't want to have her kids clean up their fucking mess. Okay? Because it's people like Trump who are fucking up the planet. Okay? Like, come on. He's not even recognizing that climate change is a thing. Okay, she just wanted the world to recognize the people who don't recognize that climate change is a thing and exists to know that it exists.
Alright, now that I know the topic, I'm going to give my opinion. She said a completely true thing, but she knows that a bunch of very important people are going to be listening, so I think she should have phrased it differently so they wouldn't have gotten upset. They're getting upset for no reason.
You realize
these are the people who can change it. So like she should have phrased it.
Okay, I'm gonna stop you right there.
She did say something correct.
You're gonna stop. I'm gonna stop you right there for a second. What I said was the layman terms of basically what she said. She said it way smarter than I said it. Okay, she was.
But then, I don't know. I think people are just kind of being stupid because that's a true fact. I was thinking, like, because even if people are retarded, no one gets outraged for someone to say that. Like, she must have said something controversial, whether it's on accident or on purpose.
Okay, you're also talking about the same adults in Congress who like to call their fellow Congressmates whores for dancing when they were younger. Okay, these are the same people who, if you tell them no, they get all upset at spaghetti, okay? Okay, I'm gonna send you the video of what she said, okay?
No, dude, I understand that. So,
look, okay,
stupid people being stupid. There's no content here. We're moving on to the next thing. Stupid people are being stupid. What a surprise. Okay. What's our next topic?
Well, you're the one who laid down the topic.
What was the 3 topics? Okay, let me go back to the meeting so that we can see what we can do about this.
We've already talked about the top part of the meeting.
We talked about the first one, about that girl, why people don't like her. Okay, so we're finished with that. Let's try to avoid that one. Okay, then we have to talk about, what was it? We have to talk about the generations and then something else.
And then
generations and then the transphobia. Okay, so which one you want to do first now?
Well, I thought, the transphobia thing should be last. Really.
Okay, so, yeah, generations. Alright.
Okay, first of all, I'm going to say before we start that she wasn't even talking about the fact anything about transgender or anything. She was just talking about that we...
Oh, yeah, like, it's completely unrelated. It's just someone being stupid. That's why I think the real content of this video is going to be what we're about to talk about, the generations, because the transphobia thing can literally only be explained as stupid people being stupid. Same thing with the environment thing. So I think this is the actual thing where it can come up for debate.
Exactly. So let's go. Let's start in on the second generation. Okay, I'm going to say this. My grandfather was an MP in World War II.
Okay, so hold on. Let's define our terms here. What generation are we talking about?
My grandfather my grandfather was almost 70 when he died. So
the main thing is this current generation. But when we're talking about generations, we have to define like how far are we going back. You think we're going back until like boomers?
We're going back to at least World War II.
Okay, so between our generation, my generation, and World War II.
Yes.
Okay. Alright, so let's actually start now. So, we're not going to exactly talk about this meme. This meme was just kind of a profile thing. Because, again, this meme can only be described as stupid people being stupid, and it's just a joke. So there's not really much to talk about based on the meme.
Okay,
but
and
we can talk about this whole thing. You know, one of the biggest things that I found stupid was that boomers were getting so upset. Boomers are generally, I think, the people who coined the term snowflake.
Okay.
Right?
Here, if we're talking about this bottom part, here, okay, it's stupid people being stupid. Okay. Here.
But so, can we both agree, because I actually don't know on this, so I think you know correctly.
Okay.
Are boomers the people who coined the term snowflake?
I think so, but then that's
but
the thing.
If they didn't coin it, they use it the most often.
Yes, but okay, here. Here is what someone said about the bottom part of the thing. Okay. Your generation cannot rape women and steal their homes after the war. And that's the thing, is that we're talking about that's the thing, is that a lot of them after there were some of them that got out and raped people and started taking their homes and stuff. Okay, that's the thing. Is that there were crimes committed after the war that nobody talks about because they were heroes of World War II. Okay, there are crimes that were committed in some places that were... This was not on American soil, okay? This was someplace else. That's the thing, is... There were some missions...
Oh my god, I just now realized I was thinking you were talking about off US soil. After this video, do you want to make a video about the whole Iran situation?
You mean the fact that that is a mess and that I don't...
Yeah, let's just talk about the whole situation.
Yeah, we can. I'll have to...
Okay, I've been to the Middle East several times.
Wait, save that for the next video after this.
Well, and I've seen how they hate each other. Bro, I have some stuff to say about the whole situation.
Wait, you can say that? If you want to make this video longer, you...
No. Well, if you want to make that, it's going to be a separate video.
Yes,
people click on this video and see this.
Yes, let's do that.
But anyways, so I think boomers are definitely the people who use snowflake the most, right?
Yes.
And I like how in the whole OK Boomer thing, they were being the exact definition of a snowflake.
That's the thing. That's the thing, is we're also talking about the same people who, when they're out in public, they're mostly... Okay, the OK Boomer thing is for the EMs, like the entitled parents. Or the entitled mothers, the entitled dads.
And, you know, I think that was the original purpose. But my thing is, why do boomers get so mad? Like, when they're supposed to be... Like, this is what they portray themselves as. They're the tough generation before everyone became snowflakes, right? That's what they portray themselves as. And they were being the exact definition of snowflake.
That's the thing, is that there are only two actual people from that generation who I can say are the tough people. That would be my grandfather, my grandmother, and then, well, my mom is also from the generation after that one, which is Generation X.
Also, I have a question. So you know the term boomer?
Mm-hmm.
Boomer has to mean within America, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because like the whole baby booming thing happened in America.
Mm-hmm.
So when you say boomer, we're only talking about Americans from this generation.
Yes, but
I just wanted to make...
But me and my mom are both American, bro.
Yeah, I know. I was just trying to say that.
Yeah. Okay. So that's the thing, is those three people are the strongest and the toughest generation that I know. Okay, the rest of the generation around them, oh my god, during the whole time Trump has been in office, they have turned into whiny, snot-nosed little cunts. Okay?
Which is exactly what they shame everyone else for doing.
And
which is the funny part.
That's the thing, is, okay, those are also the same people who have the daughters that go into stores with their kids, say, "Give me your manager!" and proceed to get 8 people fired because they didn't help her right away. Or they told her to get to the back of the fucking line where she belongs. That's the thing, is that those entitled parents are second generation boomers. Are second generation, they're Generation X almost. They're younger, they're in their 40s to 50s to almost 60s. They have grandkids, they have kids, they have all this. But then, okay, how about, can we skip up a little to the new age parents who think that they deserve everything?
Yeah. See, this is the whole thing, is that now we're not necessarily talking about the music. The only thing, we're just talking about, like, what's going on with all of these generations in general.
Yes. I'm not changing the screen because I have the meme shown up on my screen right now.
Oh, yeah.
Because that's the topic that we're talking about. After this, give me like a minute or two to find hang on, 1 second. I'm gonna check my
Okay, so I think, you know what would be a beneficial thing to do? Let's go through, like, all of the, like, major generations since Boomer, right?
Yeah.
And we're going to talk about what we think is good with them and what we think is wrong with them.
Yes, let's do that. Okay.
So let's start with Boomers themselves. Let's start with the good things and then finish off with the bad things.
Okay, remember the story I told you?
And also, if anyone is watching this and getting upsetty spaghetti, this is let's put a whole big in general on this. Obviously, there's exceptions to everything.
There are exceptions to everything. And, okay, I want to go back to Greta Thunberg for a minute. This isn't going to take any longer than a minute. Okay, I love how people insult the fact that she has autism like I do. Insult the fact that she has mental disabilities. Insults the fact that she's ugly. Insults the fact that she's this. Insults the fact that she's... Okay, because of what she said, the people at the actual smart people who went to the climate change are actually letting her help. And all this. Okay, you all are... These are all boomers who are doing this. They're all upset as spaghetti because she's not only smarter than them, but she's also getting more done than they ever will in their life. Than they've done in their life. And I don't know what they've done in their life, but I'm pretty sure none of it was helping the planet. I'm pretty sure most of it was making the planet worse. Okay. Let's get back to what we were saying before.
So, pros of boomers, like, what's some good traits in general that boomers have?
Okay, I'm gonna say, okay, these are all based off of...
This is something that I think it's okay to be anecdotal because it's been openly said that this is our opinion, so just say whatever you want.
This is all going to be based off of how I interacted with
how you feel and also your opinions, because now we're off of facts.
Okay, the boomers that I know are my neighbors. The boomers I know are my neighbors and my grandparents. Okay, my neighbors are from Cuba, escaped Cuba, and yet they still support Trump staunchly. They believe everything that is told on Fox News, everything Hannity says, and everything that is said by Trump. Okay. Those are some of the worst qualities I've seen in boomers. Because boomers, when I was a kid, were a lot calmer. when I was younger. They were all up in arms about and upset at Spaghetti about some little girl. She's not even a little girl. She is, what, in 2 years? Okay, she's going to be 17 this year. And then the year after this...
She'll be a legal adult soon.
Yes. Okay, let's call her an adult. Okay, and here is another thing. Okay, it has been proven that most scientists have autism. A lot of the smarter people have a form of autism. And it has been proven. So, she has autism. It doesn't make her a scientist, but she is pretty fucking smart on the thing that she does know, which is climate change. Agreed?
Yeah.
Okay. But, okay, the boomers that are alive now are nasty, disgusting Trump fans who think that they can just do whatever they want because they fought in World War II. I'm going to say this. My grandfather there would have been so many faces punched if even as an adult right now, the N-word was even uttered in my direction. Okay, at first my grandfather, when I was a baby, didn't like me at all. He didn't want me around at all.
Why?
Because my mother wasn't married, and it was just a little racist thing, okay? He didn't want to mix baby around and blah, 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 blah. There's just this whole fucking thing. It was ridiculous, and he held me for what? Like 10 minutes, and then he loved me. I was his world after that. I was him and my grandma. I was his and my grandmother's world after that. Okay, but that shows how people can change. Okay? Are you sticking with me on this one?
Yeah.
That shows how people can change so drastically from being mean and grumpy and basically hating something to loving something and not wanting it to go away. Okay? And I remember taking care of them taking care of me. The only thing I'm going to say this, the only thing my grandmother couldn't make, all her food was great, except for the pancakes. Pancakes seem to be the hardest thing for people to make. I don't get why.
Dude, pancakes are so easy to make.
Okay, when you take your pancakes out of the pan and grease is dripping off them, no. Just no. Let's not talk.
You did something wrong.
You did something wrong, and let's not talk about that. But no, they were some of them and their friends were some of the nicest people I knew. There were a few of their friends who didn't want to be friends with them anymore because I was half black. Okay? That's the thing, is my mom tells me these stories, and I'm like, you know what? I don't care. I had my grandmother and grandfather's time, and they gave up their friends for me. Which is all basically a grandchild can ask sometimes, is that to love your grandchildren no matter what. Okay, but then, the pros, and that's just me getting off on a tangent, but what I'm getting at is the pros and cons is that they can change. Is that these same people who are mean, rude, and everything are probably just acting that way because they don't want to lose their kids. They don't want to lose their kids. They don't want to lose their grandkids. They don't want to do this. They don't want to do that. They don't want to lose anything. But then there are the actual cons, like the actual con people who are just generally this way and have been this way for 70, 80 years. Okay, do you get what I mean?
Yeah.
Now it's your turn.
For pros?
Yeah, for pros and cons.
Okay.
Unless you want to do it...
So pros, first of all, there's the oldest reasonable generation. So, like, you could obviously find people from older generations, but they're generally the elders. So you can find some pretty wise, like they've seen the most.
Okay, let's do this. Okay, let's change it up a bit. You said the elders, but then that's the thing, is there's always that one elder out of those elders that is unreasonable and just won't change and just doesn't want to see change happen. And that's the thing. But then they teach their grandkids, and then their kids' grandkids, and then the kids after that, and it just goes into a never-ending circle of things never change.
No, but so this is what I'm saying. That most of the elders in the world are boomers, obviously, unless there's some really old people, right?
Yeah.
So that's pretty cool. That's the pro. Same thing, like you said, they're more like to change their personality, which is a good thing, I think.
Yeah.
But so, yeah, those are the main pros, I think.
But
now what about cons? Well, we've been talking about the cons of boomers, so we don't really have to go over it. Let's go to the next generation.
Let's go to Generation X, which is my mom's generation.
Okay.
My mom was born around 1968. So, she counts as Generation X. She lived through the 70s, 80s, 90s when I was born, and she has lived through almost anything and everything up till my mom is still alive. She has lived through everything, and her thing when she sees Trump is to call him an orange twat monkey. Which, my mom has many insults, and I'm tempted to do a video one day on and just have her write down all the insults, and me just spend an hour explaining what all these mean. which I wonder how many fucking views that would get. Oh, man. But, no, that's the thing, is my mom is one of the nicest, will help everyone, provided that they're not a complete and utter asshole. And she is just generally helpful and everything. She'll just do anything. But then, that's the thing, is there are the same people from that generation who are the EMs and the Karens. Do you get what I mean?
Yeah.
Those are the same people who are the EMs and the Karens, who think that they rule the world because they skipped the war. Those are also the same generation that also lived through the Vietnam unnecessary war. To me, the Vietnam War was unnecessary, and it was none of our business. Okay. Another one of my friends...
Well, I don't know about none of our business, but it was definitely unnecessary.
One of my friends is like a complete and utter... I feel like she is almost turning into a complete and utter Trumper. And I fear that one day, maybe I'm not going to be able to be friends with her anymore. Because I can't handle the fact that... Okay, this is just me. I don't like it when people don't want to see the fact that Trump is bad for America. Okay, he has literally fucked us, okay? That's the thing. Is nothing he has done up till this point to even help us. He might have even doomed us to a nuclear war because of what he fucking just did in Iran. Okay.
Well, I don't know about nuclear war, but like a war is already going on. Like the worst thing on.
But that's the thing, is that in my mind, if you believe in someone who is willing to start a war just to try to stay in power, then I don't want to be your friend because I don't want my kids to have to fight that war. And I know.
And okay, no, we're leading into that video. I have something to say, but I'm waiting.
Okay, say it.
When you said something about your kids,
yeah,
you're gonna have to fight that war, I thought of something.
Say it.
Okay, so if think about it, okay? we have some people.
Okay, your microphone is fucking up right now.
Okay, is it good now?
Yes, it's good now.
So you're going over there with fully automatic rifles and night vision goggles, and you've been fighting with Afghanis who live in a cave and have been throwing rocks at you, and you've been fighting them for 20 years and you can't beat them. These guys, they're like pit bulls. Like, they don't stop fighting for some reason. Like, even if they know they're gonna lose, they still don't stop fighting.
That's the thing, is we are there to take their oil. We want
because
their oil.
One of the big things is that I think morale is way different compared to an American soldier and a soldier from the Middle East. Is because, like, I think half of the people who are there from America.
Okay, can I just say something?
Like, they don't even know what they're fighting.
Can I just say something? Our army is also the pinnacle of crap right now. They eliminated half of their goddamn people who fight the war, who help fight. You can't just take out half your soldiers. You can't just kick out transgender people who are there to fight for us. Like, come on, you can't just kick out half your goddamn army and expect to win. Okay? That's the thing. That's not good tactics. You get what I mean?
Yeah.
Okay, but back to Generation X, is that your parents also? Or are your parents boomers?
I don't know.
Okay, what are the age ranges for your mom and dad?
So my mom is younger than my dad.
How much younger?
So I think my mom is like either really late boomer or Generation X, and then my dad is probably like a mid-range boomer.
Your dad is a mid-range boomer, and your mom...
Yeah, probably.
40s?
I think she's a boomer as well, though.
40s, right?
But yeah, my mom's like in her 40s, and my dad is like in his 50s.
Your mom... Okay, so that's like a 10-year age gap. So...
Not a 10, probably like a 7-year age gap.
So she is about 7... so she's about... Quick maths, do it now.
What do you mean quick math?
7-year age gap between 50 and 70. I can't do that math in my head.
50 and 70? Where did you get 70?
I mean 50 and 40, sorry.
Oh, my bad. Wait. So, okay, let's just take the assumption that my dad is, I don't know, 53. Sounds like a good number.
Yeah.
So if my dad was 53 and they have a 7-year age gap.
Your dad is a little bit older than my mom, right?
Yeah, okay, so let's just assume he's 53, and by my estimations they have a 7-year age gap. If I minus that, so she's 46.
So she's 46, okay. So it's okay, I'm gonna say in your culture it's disrespectful to ask age, right?
What? No.
Okay, then...
Because people don't ask age. Like, if you go to, like, uneducated places in, like, Yemen, no one knows their age.
Okay, so...
Even in India, no one knows their age sometimes. Like, my dad, his age, by the way, this is why I was so unsure on his age, is because there was, like, a war going on where my dad and his dad were, so they actually lied about his age so they could go to the border because no one knew their age.
You know what? That's okay.
So that's why I don't even know.
My neighbor. Okay, I'm gonna say that.
His looks and stuff, I'd say he's about 53, 54.
Well, my neighbor lied about being a criminal to get out of Cuba, so shit you have to do to get out.
Which I mean, I guess is a bad thing to lie about your age, but still.
But no, okay, let's get back on topic here for a minute. But the pros of Generation X is there are just so many pros to it because those are the same people who made the phones that we have. They're the same people who made the internet. They're the same people. That's the thing is
very influences.
They have
lots of influence.
They are the reason you and I are doing this video right now. Are able to do this video right now. Okay, let's just say that they're the reason. And Greta's parents are probably Generation X, maybe, unless they're the next generation, which is mine. which is Z, Generation Z. Wait. Unless my generation is X, X, Y. No, my generation is Z. Because I was born in 1994. I am not saying my birthday because no one needs to know my actual age.
Okay.
What?
But so, anyways, right? I mean, they could just do some basic addition and figure out what your age is, because you just gave your birthday, and everyone knows it's 2020 already, so they can guess your approximate age within a year.
Probably. That's the thing. Is that okay? If you look at it this way, that there's so many more pros than there.
Wait, when did you? What year did you say you were born? Hold on, let me do some quick maths.
No, I don't want my age out there, dude. Stop.
Okay, my bad.
Okay.
You just said your age. That's okay.
Alright, it's okay. Here, if you look at, hang on. If you look at all the pros that there are a few pros to Generation X, but there are more cons than there are pros. That's the thing.
Okay, so let's move on to the next one.
But we haven't even talked about the cons of Generation X.
Oh wait, yeah, we just.
No, we talked about the pros.
All right, we'll continue.
The cons, because you're in on this conversation too.
Yeah.
The cons of Generation X are like, look at.
I'm more or less just sitting here and listening to you and just adding in when I can, because I'm not very educated on this topic.
Okay.
But whenever I can, I'll add
okay. Have you ever been out in public and seen the one 50-year-old woman who's too old for the clothes that she's wearing?
Yeah, very.
Who are too old for the clothes that they're wearing, bitching at the manager, saying, I should get this stuff free because you caused me duress, and all this. And you're like, you know what? Maybe they should just ban you from here. And then the manager finally says, fine, you'll get it free, but just don't come back. I would never.
It's just like when you see a wild carrot in the store, you turn the other way and you're like, maybe Trump is doing a deed to America. He's getting us into a war.
That's the thing, is those people are too old to go.
No, he's just like, maybe, you know what, Trump potentially driving World War III, which would leave the world in ruins. Maybe that's a good thing.
I would prefer,
Not.
No, I would prefer my kids not to have to fight another useless war, but, I mean.
Yeah, I don't know. I think this is what Trump doesn't realize about the Middle East, is that they're not about policy. You know what? We've already saw many times in history that they don't give a damn what you think. Like that's why just leave these people alone. Like, you can't deal with them. You'll fight with them. You'll fight with them for 20, 30 years. No progress happened, and they don't care. They love to fight. They actually want to. In many times during history, you know what the Ottomans would do against the Crusades? They were literally fighting them for fun. They would literally. So you know how back then you don't fight in the night because you have to rest.
Mm-hmm.
So they would set up the camps on either side of the battlefield.
Mm-hmm.
So when the guys were there, they sent a person over to the Crusade people, to the Christians. They sent a person over to give them food and water, and they said, so you can be strong when we fight tomorrow.
Things I already knew, bro. Things I already knew.
You can't deal with them. But
then, okay, you see the soldiers dealing with the kids. If you look at it, when we go fight these people, we're the monsters. They're not. That's the thing. Is technically, to them, we're playing a game. The more of their people we kill, the more we look like the monsters. That's the thing. Is I'm not going to have my kid, and I will straight up say this, that I will not have my kid fight for people fight for a government that doesn't even know that they're being made fools out of, against people with substantially weaker weapons.
Yeah, exactly, bro.
And they're killing us.
Think about it. You know, Israel. Do you know where that is?
Nope.
They had advanced weapons, and the Palestinians have literally been fighting them for rocks with like 20 years, and still they get annoyed with them. Like, come on, dude. Like, you can't finish off.
Like, okay, that's the thing.
And terrorists and
is
stuff who are hiding in caves with all of your high-tech gear. You really can't. Come on, dude.
Like, okay, that's the thing, is if we nuked them, yeah, it would be over. It would straight up...
No, but here's the problem. You can drop as many bombs as you want. You can't fight with someone who doesn't have anything to lose.
Actually, that is true.
That's the problem.
Wait, actually...
they've dropped so many bombs on them, but it doesn't matter. They don't have anything to lose. You blow up their little base, that costed them literally $50 to make. Like, it doesn't matter.
Look, and Raja, or whatever the fuck his name is like, oh great, another bomb today.
Yeah, like, it's just like... It's just... It doesn't matter. I mean, you might make them afraid or something, but you'll never take out the people who are fighting. Because if you slowly dwindle them, like, they'll just keep coming. Like, you can't... So, population, they're not limited in any way. So that, you can't just kill them.
Okay, see, that's the thing,
and you know how, like, with Japan, how they nuked their bases?
Yeah.
And then they had to surrender, right? The problem is that that's the best tactic to end war. You can't do that with the Middle East because they don't have anything to lose.
See, that's the thing.
And you know how Japan got afraid and stopped? If you bomb one of their important spots, they'll get more mad at you and fight longer.
There are laws in place with the UN that says, and Trump just threatened yesterday, that he was going to bomb the historical sites and mosques. Or whatever. The important spots of
when Christians
Iran.
bomb mosques, it's just like the Muslims in America. Okay, this time they really are taking our jobs.
This time they really are taking our jobs. Yes, actually, yes! Deal with it, bitch!
You know how people are like, Mexicans are taking our jobs? Yeah, some Muslim, when a mosque gets bombed, some Muslims should just be like, okay, this time they really are taking our jobs, guys.
But that's the thing. Is let's get back to the seriousness of the video, please. Okay, as I said, I don't want my kids to fight a useless war.
But if they get drafted, like, what can you do?
All my kids are going to have mental disabilities. They can't draft people with mental disabilities.
But how do you know that they're going to have mental disabilities?
The state records it, jackass.
No, but how do you know that they're going to have mental disabilities? Just because you have one doesn't mean they will.
Actually, yes, it does. It necessarily, there is...
Well, I guess males. Those are the people who may be hit.
There, also, yeah. Also,
never mind, I understand why I'm wrong. You'd have to roast me more.
Of course I'm gonna roast you anyway, nigga. Shut the fuck up.
I just understood why I'm wrong. I was like, well, they don't necessarily have to have the disease, but wait, males only have one X chromosome. Wait, males are the ones who are gonna get drafted. Shit.
No, actually, females get drafted too nowadays.
Oh, but like when the last time it's been drafted, like I guess it's up for debate whether females will get drafted.
Okay,
but the
how
last
about
time
this?
there was a draft, females were drafted. So.
Okay, how about this? Okay.
I don't think females.
Congress.
I don't think they should.
Okay, first of all, for war, Congress would have to agree, and Congress does not want a war. Okay.
Do you think Donald Trump listens to Congress or the Constitution to begin with? You really think this nigga cares?
That's
like, come on, dude.
That's the thing, is he is going to get himself fucked. That's the thing, is that all...
He already is. I bet he's just like, well, might as well go out with a bang, right?
That's the thing, is that all the people who he's pissing off are all the people who are on his side, but now he's costing them money.
And that's what they really care about.
Exactly. He was making the money before, now he's not making the money anymore.
So now they're going to get upset spaghetti. That's the circle of life.
Exactly. But, okay, let's get back to... How do I put this? Let's get back to the cons of Generation X. The cons are the Karens. Are the Karens who believe that they are it for this world. Are the ones who can make fun of you for playing video games as an adult. Who they think that oh, they're not gonna fight back. I'm their elder. Fuck, I'm not gonna fight back. Okay, you just insulted my job. You just insulted my job of being a YouTuber and an IT guy. So, they're also the same people who think that drawing is not a legitimate job. That being an architect is not a legitimate job.
Who do you think designed the house you're living in, bro?
That's the thing, is they don't care. They would rather make fun of your job than...
Oh, wait, dude, I learned a new trick on the karambit. You wanna see?
Bro, we're right in the middle of a video.
Listen here, buddy.
Save it for fucking later.
I don't care.
This is why I don't do videos with you. Come on, we need to get back to the goddamn video. The video's already an hour long. But they're also the same people who make fun of the who are also the ones with little kids. Or actually, no, that's the next generation. Oh, we're going to talk about that. There are more cons with my generation than there are actual pros. Let's just say that. But no, they're also the same people who don't understand that the world is different. That being an architect and a video gamer is a good job. Makes you substantially more money than being a doctor or being whatever. They're also the same people who are called tiger parents, who their kids later end up killing them because they didn't give their kids freedom.
Dang, that's a bit harsh, don't you think?
Not really, when the tiger parenting is verging on abuse. You don't let them go outside.
Yeah, but like if your parents abuse you, you don't kill them.
It's called self-defense, bitch.
Well, self-defense? They're not gonna kill you.
Okay. I love how you don't get that the laws.
No, but like you imprison them. You don't like murder them.
That's the thing. Haven't you ever noticed that CPS doesn't do shit? Okay, CPS is... we'll talk about that in Generation Z. We're going to talk about CPS in Generation Z here in a minute. But no. Okay, there are some kids who end up killing their tiger parents. Straight up. And it's mostly Asians that do it, but you know. There's only...
Wait, so what's a tiger parent?
Tiger parenting is where...
No, but like, see, I understand what you just said. But, like, what is the extent that it has to be classified as that? Because, like, there's some kids with super strict parents. There's some kids with, like...
Okay, you gotta... Bro, before interrupting me, you gotta let me explain. I was just going to explain what tiger parenting was.
My bad.
Okay. Tiger parenting counts as this. When you don't let them go outside, when you don't let them have friends, they don't go to parties, they don't go to anything... They don't even have friends, and the only ones they have are family and their books. They don't get to have friends, they don't get to talk to anyone, they don't get to do anything besides study and sleep and eat.
So me, no. I'm just kidding. I don't get to go to parties, so.
You're 12, nigga. Shut the fuck up.
Yeah. But there's no way I'm gonna have you go to a party. I don't even want to go to a party. Party sounds good.
I never went to parties when I was a kid. When I was younger, there was no point to it. Like, I mean, besides all the friends that I had were doing meth at the time, but you know, those are also the same parents who are part of my same generation. We'll talk about that here in a minute. Okay, this is the last point of Generation X. That they think they're better than every other generation. They really do. There are the Karens who think that they're better than everything else, that they know the most, that they know this, that they know that. Do you want to move on now?
Sure.
Okay. Now it's your turn to. Okay.
Okay, what generation are we on now?
We're on Z now.
Okay, so is that mine? I'm sorry, I don't know anything about this.
Okay, Generation Z is mine. Do you want me to keep talking?
Yeah. So you keep talking. When it comes to mine, I can talk.
Okay.
So
okay. Your sis. Okay.
I'm just listening to you.
Who is the? How old is your sister?
Like 22.
Your sister is 22. She is part of my generation. So, okay. The pros of my generation are, well, of course, the fact that we get the phones, this everything, and that we're upgrading those things from yesteryear to bigger and better things. That's our pro. Then, let's see, anti-vaxxers are also in the same fucking place as we are.
Flat earthers.
Flat earthers, anti-vaxxers, all this.
All of the retardation.
All the retardation is in my generation. So, let us both talk about the retardation in my generation.
Okay. First thing, anti-vaxxers. Okay. You know why there's no anti-vaxxers in fucking third world countries? Because they know what diseases are like. People in, like, Western countries, I feel like, have forgotten how horrifying, diseases are. So they're thinking, vaccines, they're bad, what do? It's because they don't know. It's just like people who grew up in places of war will generally be against any war a lot more than someone who didn't.
Yes.
I feel like vaccines are the same way. That if you grew up in a place where there are still lots of disease, I guess India is not really considered a third world country anymore, and I lived in a pretty nice part, but still people got a lot of different stuff.
Yes.
Because first of all, my parents are just crazy, but a lot of people don't get vaccines. I don't know why. Even though you could get them, they're really expensive in India, but you could get them fairly easily.
Okay, but that's the thing, is that the parents who are anti-vaxxers, okay, that's more comfortable, are also the same people who bitch and moan that their kids play video games too much.
Which I feel like can be valid sometimes.
There is this person in the next door neighbors. Okay, I'm gonna just say from now on, my family, because the next door neighbors are family to me. Not blood related, but they're family. Okay. So, there is a couple in my family who have 2 little kids. Both vaccinated, everything. They believe in vaccinations and everything. They have 2 little kids, great kids, and this year, their mother, my auntie, which in your culture, aunties are also a thing, or tia. Tia means auntie in Spanish, but auntie got their little kid a kid Kindle, or a kid fire, or Kindle Fire, a Kindle Fire for kids.
What is that?
What is that? Really? You can't take 30 seconds to go to Amazon? It's an Amazon product, bro.
Listen, just explain it. I don't need exact representation.
Okay, a Kindle is a better version of an iPad.
Okay. Yeah, I know what you're talking about. I thought you were talking about something different because you mentioned something for kids.
A kid Kindle is basically a kid with parental locks on it.
Okay.
You could set the time. Okay. With my internet company, you can control the whole internet from your phone. You can control your router from your phone. I don't have that app yet. I don't have enough room for it in my phone. Fucking goddamn 34 gigabyte phone. I have a lot of shit in my phone. But, okay. You can set the timer for your kids being on. The kids learn from it. It has YouTube Kids on it. And, okay, they're...
You know, my friend, we were playing Minecraft earlier, and one of my friends said, "Oh, I'll host the server, I'll be on." And I was like, okay, and then we got on. And then he was on for, like, we started playing, and then he was on for, like, 30 minutes, and I was like, and then the server went down. I was like, "Bro, you good?" And it was like, "Yeah, my mom only lets me play for 30 minutes. Then why did the fuck did you make the server? Let someone else make it."
Exactly.
Bro, we had the idea that this man was gonna be on all the time. But then he's like, no, I'll be on. And then he's like, sorry, my mom won't let us play 30 minutes. Big fella.
Big fella, go fuck yourself.
Like, it doesn't really matter, but you can only play for 30 minutes. But, like, you can't make the world and then be like, oh, yeah, I'm only going to play for 30 minutes per day.
Okay. That's the thing.
Anyways, my bad. That was a tangent, but, like, it just...
No, it's relevant. No, that is more than relevant to what I'm going to say. Okay. The thing is that they're relatively, I'm going to say they're relatively new because both of their kids are young. They know, okay, he is 27 and she is in her 20s. They're both in their 20s. He is 27 and I think she's like 26 or something. She's like younger than, I think she's either older than him or younger than him. But they're both know nothing about the internet. And since my job requires me to know everything about the internet, I spent most of my time teaching them that YouTube, what to watch out for, what to do this. Don't let him on Twitter. He's too young for that. Don't let him on here. Don't let him on here. There are certain games that he can play, blah, 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 blah. I even had to teach them how to run the thing. Okay, and... those are the best parts of my job. Okay? Do you want to know why?
Why?
Because I just helped a kid not get kidnapped by pedophiles. Or get emotionally scarred by something because YouTube can't do anything. Isn't smart enough to do anything, which I love YouTube in all of its glory. But on YouTube Kids, they don't monitor who's uploading. Okay, like the farting Elsa videos, which are still up there.
Wait, farting Elsa, what?
You heard me. The Momo stuff. The Momo thing. And I told her there was this dude who texted Momo, and Momo said, "I'm gonna come in your bed and kill you." He said, "If you step foot in my bed, you're gonna get Momo molested, and you're gonna be wishing you never came in my room that night." And she was like, "Oh my god, what the fuck?"
Momo molested.
You gonna get Momo molested?
I just imagine some redneck just busting through a door and saying that. That would be the best scene I've ever seen in my life.
Like, kicks down your door. You gonna get Momo molested tonight? Get on over here. Oh my god, we're both idiots. But no. We are. The thing is I'm happy that I could help them. It's just that everybody in this family, except for maybe one of the men in the family, knows exactly zero, and I mean it zero, about computers. And I'm the one who always gets the questions because my mom talks to them and helps them every day. And she helps them every day. blah blah blah. What am I saying? And I get computer questions all the time. Like with my Tia, I'm gonna have to take her out laptop shopping because I'm afraid she's gonna get her ass scammed because she's gonna buy a computer that's not gonna even be remotely close to what she's looking for. Computers are my thing. You do it all day. You know this. Our friend, everyone I know knows this, and computers are my job.
You should give Panda a name. I'm sorry for interrupting you.
Okay, I would prefer my video not downgraded to useless tripe.
I just want his opinion on this stuff, just to get a third opinion. It'd be cool.
Third opinion? Remember, he's also not answering any of our calls as of late.
Yeah, I don't know why.
So, I'm not even gonna try. Okay.
Are you, like, doing something?
No.
Wait, hold on.
Okay, I see him playing 7 Days to Die every day. So, you know.
Ultimate bruh moment.
Bruh. Okay, back on topic. And I was helping them, and I help many people with many things all day. All day. Really? You added him?
Yeah.
He's not going to answer.
Yeah, I know. That's why I just did it, because I'm not doing it.
But I help people all day with computers. And then another one of my jobs is mirroring screens to fix viruses on a computer. So one day people do some of the grossest shit on their computers, and like the P sites that they go to, and they download a video just to watch it later, and then it infects their whole computer. Do you get what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And I end up having to remove that, and that's just another horrible, horrible part of my job. But okay, enough about my job. But then the rest of my generation doesn't understand that vaccines are fucking important. Okay, and that the Earth is not flat; it's shaped like a potato. Like, okay,
guys, we all know the Earth isn't flat. Okay. Shaped like a donut. Give it the program.
Oh my god, that would be so cool though. Our planet's shaped like a donut, but then you see the molten core right in the middle of the donut.
Oh, this is we need to make a new flat Earth theory. It's actually donut Earth theory.
You know what? I want fucking donuts. I'm fucking hungry now, thank you. But no, then that's the thing, is there are a lot of parents in California, I have a friend in California, who has seen multiple of her neighbors get their kids taken away because they refuse to vaccinate. I will be right back. Talk about anti-vaxxers.
Okay, so, you know what, while he's gone, let's just debunk some anti-vax talking points, shall we? Okay. First main anti-vax talking point. There is insert deadly sounding chemical here in vaccines. Biggest one I've heard is mercury. Is there mercury in vaccines? Yes. Yes, there is. It's to boost the vaccine's effectiveness and also to increase its shelf life. They add mercury. So you're like, wait, isn't that bad? Well, not necessarily, because if you think about it, you get about 25% more mercury from eating a can of tuna than you would from a vaccine. So that means even if you took a vaccine every single day of your life, the amount of mercury would not hurt you that far this way.
I'm pretty sure that you only ever need to get a vaccine every once in a while.
No. But okay. Do you want me to just explain what I did this?
Sure.
So I was bored, right? Because you just laughed. So I was like, okay, let's just debunk some anti-vax talking points.
Yeah.
So the main one is that I don't vaccinate my children because vaccines contain insert deadly sounding chemical here in them, right? Because vaccines do contain a lot of chemicals. They do quite a bit. But so yeah, the biggest one I've heard is mercury.
Okay. The biggest one I've heard is it causes autism, and I'm like,
No, that's just retardation.
But wait, listen. Here's another thing. Most scientists have autism, so no matter what, autism creates what you want. Fuck off.
Hey, there is this shirt out there by vaccines cause adults.
Actually, yes, I've seen that one.
Yeah, it says vaccines cause autism, but it crosses out autism and writes adults.
That's the thing, is what Greta's talking about is my generation will be the future, and yeah, you mean if your generation was a little bit fucking smarter,
Mercury,
right?
There's mercury, because the stuff you were talking about causing autism is just retardation. But this is a pretty valid concern.
It's complete and utter retardation.
You're injecting something that will eventually go into your bloodstream and it contains mercury, you should be pretty worried. Otherwise, you're not good, right? So, but here's the thing: is that mercury is only deadly under two conditions. Certain types of mercury can be deadly at any reasonable dose.
Yes.
But obviously, if you give it in nanograms,
see, what you're talking about is stuff I already know. Mercury in high doses. If you were to inject yourself with liquid mercury, a huge needle of it, not even the crack needle size. I am talking about the amount of mercury that you would need. You would need a huge needle of it to be able to kill yourself with.
But so anyways, yeah, mercury is not necessarily a bad thing. There's plenty of mercury in the body, and our liver naturally expels it. So, but here's the biggest conclusion you can draw, is that there is about 25% more mercury in your average size can of tuna that there is in any vaccines. So even if you took a vaccine every day of your life, mercury can not damage you.
I caught that last part. But that's the thing, is that, okay, there are people who eat sushi all the time, and they get...
Oh yeah, sushi is lit.
They get mercury poisoning from it.
People get mercury poisoning from
Yeah,
sushi?
if you eat too much raw fish, you can get mercury poisoning. It is not lethal, but it causes fucking trouble.
You just say it causes Trump.
It causes trouble with your body to where...
Oh, I thought you said it causes Trump.
Only if he would die. But everybody loves our fucking toddler in chief.
Toddler in chief.
Okay. So, as I was saying before, no one, and I mean, okay, what I was saying before was, the friend who I'm talking about, she said, okay, two things she's seen, is Mexicans being taken, which, okay, I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna name off some jobs. Would you do them? Okay. Be honest, by the way. Please. As a middle-class citizen. Okay. Would you go out in the middle of a field and pick tomatoes? Just so people can have tomatoes.
Okay, can you give me the salary?
Mexicans are paid below the minimum wage.
No, but just an approximate salary.
An approximate salary for... Give me a second. I have to look up the approximate salary for this.
No. It's fine. That's why it's approximate.
Approximate salary, but the actual salary for it is, I think, 30 cents per tomato or something.
Okay, 30 cents per tomato. So that means if on average I pick 100 tomatoes per hour, which I think is a good amount. So if on average I pick 100 tomatoes per hour, what's 0.3 times 100 is 30. So $30 an hour.
So no, below minimum wage.
No.
That's the thing.
So yeah, I wouldn't do that one. Next one. Picking.
Are
all of these going to be agriculture?
These are all agriculture and housework. So, stuff that Mexicans are usually made to do in other countries anyway. For minimum wage. Okay. The next one is a house thing. Cleaning someone's house under the table for a set amount of money. Like $60 for the whole house.
$60. Are you talking like an apartment?
A mansion.
Oh. I like how you just erased a mansion. If you said apartment, I'd be like, if I was an adult though, but like right now, I'll eat that man.
Like, no, there are people who give you $60 for cleaning their apartment, but those are the people who can't do it themselves.
But dude, I have a question. It's just like, you know how they're saying that Mexicans work below minimum wage?
Yeah.
Why would they still work? Like, just don't work for them.
Why? Because they are.
That's the whole point of a market economy.
It is. They are legal immigrants who, if they were to go for an actual job without being, citizenized, kind of sounds like a disease right there. But
So why would you not? I mean, right now with Trump in office, it kind of is a disease. Okay, I'm done roasting America. I'm sorry. America's pretty good sometimes, but it's not right now. All right.
Okay.
So,
But okay, let's do it.
Why can't they become citizens?
Because Trump doesn't want them as citizens. Okay? In Minnesota, it is easy to become a citizen. Okay, that's easy. But in the red states,
in my opinion, this is a controversial opinion. It shouldn't be easy to become a citizen. Like, Trump is making it bullshit, but like, it should not be an easy process to become a citizen.
Yeah, says the one who's most of his people are being kicked out, even if they're citizens.
Yeah, listen, that's what I'm saying. It's not that they're doing bullshit.
Like, okay, they're taking.
That's just like a form of wizardry.
Okay, they're taking away and they're hurting these people just because they don't want them here. Okay, and I get that you don't believe that there's nothing we can do with the children. Okay, I get that, and that's cool. But
no, yeah. But what do you think is a good solution for that?
For the children?
Yeah.
Give them to people.
We can't give them back to their parents. That's just
give them to people who want to adopt. Okay? There are people who can't have kids in America who can't adopt because the adoption system is either racist or moneyist. Which means only the rich can adopt. Or give all the kids to the same rich people who hate them. And make them take care of them for below minimum wage.
Sounds good.
As punishment for hurting these kids. Or just tie them to something in the middle of the town. And give everybody golf clubs to hit them in the fucking kneecaps.
Well, that's not nice.
Fuck you and fuck your kneecaps! Clap, clap, bitch! But no,
He is literally hitting off my kneecap.
Oh no!
What shall I do?
Whatever shall I do? It hurts like a motherfucker! But no, okay.
I've never had my kneecap run with a golf club, but I would assume it hurt.
Could you fix, your mouth, you have to turn towards your microphone because I can't.
Listen here, buddy, I can't hear you either, but I'm dealing with it. Because I know you can't turn up your mic. I'm not even using a mic because I'm just bad at micing. Just died. You die in Shadow Fight 2. No.
Back. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you.
You're on a fucking iPhone, right?
Yeah.
iPhone doesn't like anything, so there's nothing you can do. But no, what I'm saying is that the questionnaire's not done yet, by the way. Not even close. There are 3 more jobs that are there. Okay. The next one is picking grapes for wine. Under the table, minimum wage is at least a cent per grape. A bunch of grapes. That's an estimation. They might even...
Dude, I feel like these estimations are pretty low. There's no way they're paying 1 cent per grape. Otherwise, they wouldn't. Like,
just go with me on this one, okay? That's the thing. Okay. That's the thing. These are all acts Trump has done.
Okay, so 1 cent.
It's an estimation. Okay, I don't want to make it all glorified and everything and say, oh, $1 per bunch of grape, okay? Because that's not even some Subway workers get paid that.
So what, 50 cents?
About 50 cents, yes. I'll give it about 50 cents.
Okay, so let's say if I could pick 100 tomatoes per hour, say a good estimation, I could probably pick 200 grapes per hour.
Yeah.
So if I get 5 cents for each thing, let's see.
You're still getting below minimum wage, okay?
You're still getting way below minimum wage. But that means I'm getting $100 an hour.
Yes. You are still getting below minimum wage.
No, but let me think of this in the frame that I'm an illegal immigrant and can't get an actual job. I'd definitely go for it.
Yes, you definitely go for it. But then you
like, if I'm in my current state, I'd probably get it though.
Okay, I'm gonna say this, but then that's the thing is that the people that we're talking about who are saying stealing their jobs, they're also the same people who wouldn't do those same jobs.
Okay, buddy, but they're stealing your jobs?
Yeah, they're the same people who bitch and moan about it, but then those Mexicans are the ones who are doing the jobs they don't want to do, like house painting. Like house painting.
Yeah, house painting.
Or house painting pays pretty fucking good. So I don't even know the rates for a house painter because each house painter makes their own rates. So that's the thing. But then let's get back to my generation. Okay, there are a lot of people who believe that my generation is entitled to all this because the generation before us gave it to us. There are a lot of poor people from my generation who are like, I'm just trying to get by for my child. But then, okay, I'm gonna say this, and I'm gonna roast Panda here a little bit. But then, okay, I'm on benefits from the state because I legally cannot work in a normal work environment. Do you understand?
Yeah.
Okay. So I told Panda this, and he said, "Oh, you're still." He said, and I joked and said,
"I was here for this."
What? I can't hear you.
I was here for this.
Yeah. No, actually, this was before I started with you.
Wait, what?
Yeah, it was around when I met Panda for the few weeks.
Continue.
And I said, what?
I said, at least I know of a situation that it's been like this.
Okay, I made the joke. I told him I can't work a normal job, and I can't work a job. So, I made this joke, I'm stealing your tax dollars. Even though, no, I'm not. Not even a little bit goes, okay, self-sufficient states like mine, yes, we can pay our own people. We can pay our benefits out by ourselves. Hell, we could fucking secede and still have enough money to take care of ourselves. So could California. It's a perk of being a blue state. You still there, bro? Hello?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay.
I would say there's plenty of red states that could secede as well.
Texas.
Yeah, Texas.
But would they really want to secede?
Yeah, they wouldn't want to, and also it's illegal to secede. So yeah.
Actually, no. You legally can secede. It is legal to secede. If you are a state that does not agree, and the whole state agrees, it's basically like putting in I quit type thing, where you have to give like a year thing before you secede or something like that. You get what I mean?
Okay. All right. So, this is a sentence. The Constitution does not directly mention secession. The Supreme Court has consistently interpreted that the Constitution to be an indestructible union. There is no legal basis a state can point to for unilaterally seceding.
That's the thing.
Many scholars hold that the Confederate secession was blatantly illegal.
Okay, that's secession. But nowadays, that's the thing. That was times of old. This is times of new. Okay, that's the thing. My state in California and a few red states could legally secede, actually, because the government isn't paying us right. You get what I mean?
Then why don't they secede?
They don't want to?
But like, why would you not want to? You know.
Okay, it's politics that you're never gonna understand. So.
No, I mean I understand them, but like, I didn't understand that, so I'm just questioning it.
That's the thing, is if we were to secede, what would happen is that then the government would come and try to take us over again.
Yeah, they probably could.
That's the thing, is right now, the government couldn't do anything. That's, okay. But, back to, okay.
No military gonna fight.
We have a military, bro.
But do you think your military compares to that of the United States?
The military bases we have here all hold the ammo for almost all the other military bases around.
Yeah, but like, you don't own that. It's federal land.
That's the thing.
So just because it's in your state's border does not necessarily mean it's owned.
You're gonna argue with me the whole time about something.
No. Here's what I'm saying. Is that like when we talk about secession, this is also a big thing. Is that you don't really own federal land.
Well, actually,
there's no federal land in your state.
Well, actually, my state can mostly prove the illegal acquisition of most of the land that we have here. So, there is just a whole shitload of shit going on in my state that you wouldn't understand even if you tried. Okay? So, let's just move on back to what I was saying. Okay, so I told him, I did the joke, oh, I'm stealing your tax dollars. I'm stealing your parents' tax dollars, which I have a feeling with all the shit that they buy him, they hardly pay taxes. It's a joke, bro. Don't get all upset.
I know.
Don't get all upset at Spaghetti over it. But, okay, then after I beat him on Warframe, he did what I call an okay boomer move.
Yeah.
Or an okay little child move of then bringing that up and trying to use it against me. And then because I grew up without a dad, he also said, your dad went out for milk, you were here for all of this. Your dad went out for milk and all this. Okay, he is close to Greta's age. He is 2 years off, or he might be 1 or 2 years off of Greta's age.
Yeah, isn't he like 14?
I think he's like 15. He's 1 or 2 years off of Greta's age. So I was like, okay, little child, yeah, if you're the fucking next generation, then the next generation's doomed. But that's the thing, is one person like him isn't going to determine the whole world. Okay, that's what you gotta understand, is one person like him isn't gonna determine the whole next generation.
I wish that he would join the call.
Yeah, and then him get all upset at Spaghetti and ruin the video.
Yeah, but it's pretty. Well, I wouldn't really ruin the video. That would add to the content. Just some kid getting salty.
That's the thing, is remember when I changed my mind on okay, remember that debate that we were having one day about rich people?
Yeah.
And I thought about it for a little bit, and then I changed my mind.
Yes.
And then he held that against me and was getting all pissed off that I changed my mind.
I don't know, like, how is that a bad thing? Isn't that the whole point of it?
You just cut out, bro.
I said, how is he getting mad at that? Isn't that the whole point of it?
That's the thing, is I think he's all pissed off at us because we're smarter than him. He might call me a dumbass all he wants, but at the end of the day, I know what I know, and I have knowledge about what I know. But then, that's the thing, is he also doesn't even know what a zebra is. So...
That's you know what? I would say that, like, I call you a dumbass all the time, and you call me a dumbass all the time, but in general, I think you're a really smart person.
And I generally think that you need to get your goddamn IQ tested. As do I.
It is 20, I've already told you.
No! Your IQ is 3! We have discussed this!
We have the statistics.
And that's the thing is, guys, we fuck with each other every day, but at the end of the day, we both know that we're smart. Okay? We're also talking about a nigga who sits through class and corrects the teacher. So, But
what if my teacher sees this?
Your teacher ain't gonna see this, unless you show the whole class.
I'm gonna do that.
You are?
Might as well.
Okay, so, hello retards that he goes to school with.
By the way, I didn't say that.
Oh, yes, he did on multiple occasions.
Shut the fuck up.
I'm joking, guys. No, he loves you.
No, I did. I hate you.
He loves you all. He has crushes on all of you.
I hate you. Die, please. It will make life better for the universe as a whole.
I hate you. Die, please. Okay, let's get back to the fucking video. Oh my god. The single best thing I've ever...
I'll just use it to bully them.
Okay, that's the thing, is they might have their own skills in whatever they do.
In what? Being retarded?
Playing Fortnite?
Paying their way through school? What is their skills?
They're not Donald Trump. Their parents aren't that rich.
Yes. Yes, they are. It's a really good public school. I don't know why some of the kids, I'm like, bro, why are you in private school? Why are you going to a fucking public school?
You go to a private school?
No, I go to a public school. That's what I was saying. Is that, like, some of the kids who are in my school, I'm like, why are they not in a private school?
Because private school's expensive.
But they literally have, like, Rolexes and Yeezys and shit.
You have Rolexes, nigga! Shut the fuck up!
They're not mine, though. And
they're good, actually. See, that's the thing, is when you're...
And also, I wouldn't wear them to fucking school. Like, what? What if you lose them?
Okay, that's my thing, is that what do you get on wearing... And we're way off topic now, but I'm gonna go back to what I was saying before after this. What do you get from wearing a Rolex to school? Showing that...
Yeah, and it's school. Like, anything could happen. You could lose it. Someone could steal it.
Like, what? What, are you pulling up your swag and walking like a douchebag?
And I'm, like, really good at stealing. I guess that's not a good skill, but...
Don't say that on... Okay, fine, what the fuck ever. I don't care.
I don't know if that's a good skill or not, but...
Pickpocketing is a good skill to have. That's the...
yeah, I'll just walk by random people, and whatever they have in any of their pockets, I'll just steal it and then just throw it at them while they're walking by. Yes, I actually do that. I'm not even kidding.
All I can hear you yelling is, yeah!
No. See, I'll just be walking by as they're having a conversation, and just take all of their stuff. And then I'll just like as I'm walking, I'll just do a behind the back throw and just throw all their stuff at them.
Did you know that? Have you ever heard of the magician Houdini?
What?
Have you ever heard of the magician Houdini?
Yeah.
He used to be a pickpocket.
Oh yeah, and also that guy who it's actually a really cool story with him, but I'll tell you it later. It's not like video worthy, I don't think.
Well,
okay.
Since we're talking about Panda, so you know.
Okay, but so anyways, so he was like, I can break out of any prison in the world.
Yeah.
So a very old southern prison called him and said, okay, break out. So they searched him, they put him in a cell and left. And he said, I can break out in under an hour. So he actually had a thin piece of metal that he was going to use to cut the bars.
Yeah.
So he cut the bars, but the bars were too strong. So by hour 1, he was getting really frustrated, and by hour 2, it was like over. And he fell down to the ground onto the door, and the door creaked open because the door had never been locked in the first place.
Fuck you!
Bro, those were like the first trolls.
Okay. Let's get back to what I was saying.
That was so good, though.
But then, okay, I'm gonna say this. When I was younger, I respected everyone. I was nice to everyone, blah, 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 blah. But when at 14, 15, you can't respect someone just because they have a disability, I'm pretty sure you're mentally retarded.
You're more retarded than them, to be honest.
You're more retarded than me, actually. And the state actually counts me as mentally retarded, even though... I don't know.
I mean, and also retarded is supposed to be rude now, but that's actually not even a rude term. Like, that's a correct term for someone with a disability.
Like, okay, that's the thing. Is, let's just skip all that, but what you saw how he acted when he lost. Like, oh my god, you don't act that way when you lose. You lose, get back up and try again. That's what I always learned when I was a kid. If you lose, get back up, make yourself better, then try again. You don't just quit just because someone who's better than you beat you. You're going to be at that level eventually. Which is why I keep saying, don't give up on Warframe, bro. Don't just give up and uninstall it and never play it again. You have
I haven't installed.
What?
I haven't installed. I haven't been playing for the last few days, so.
Yeah, but, okay, when you sign that clan thing, you have to log in at least once a week.
Okay.
That's just...
I'll just, like, log in, go into the base, like, do an emote, and then log off, if I can't play.
I mean, we could always play together, so, you know, I mean...
That kind of counts.
So that kind of counts. So anyway, no, you just have to show that you logged in. It'll just show on your time that you logged in. So, okay. What I'm saying is this: is if as the next generation you don't have enough respect for the disabled and elderly in the other generations, what's going to happen to you when you're older and no one respects you and you're whining and bitching about it? No one's gonna care at all.
Because they're your children, so you taught them that respect to elders is not important.
Exactly.
And respect to disabled people.
That's the thing, is you make fun of disabled people, but I know that you understand that what in this meme, what they're saying is wrong. Do you understand what they're saying is wrong in this meme?
Yeah.
Okay. And by the way, I identify as an attack helicopter, not a toaster, so fuck you!
I know Apache. You're Apache.
You know, I like how, and I'm gonna just say this, we're almost done with this part. Okay. I like how they attack people who are transgender in this. Even though she's not transgender, she's autistic.
And they're probably anti-vaxxers, so they're probably like, same thing. You can just imagine a Karen going, that's the same thing.
No, Karen!
I'm lesbian. Just like, I thought you were American. What did he think he was saying? Is my thing. Like when that guy said when that girl said I'm lesbian, and that guy was like, I thought you were American. Like I wonder what he thought she said. Like there's not even like if you're from a country, there's not anything that sounds like lesbian. Maybe Lebanese, maybe that, yeah.
Oh, you're lesbian. I thought you. No, it was. The dude said I'm from Liberia. Oh, oh, I'm sorry. Where are you from? It was basically. He said he was Liberian. And
Okay.
she thought he said librarian.
Lesbian. Hold on, I'll send you the video where that girl was like, I'm lesbian, and then there was that, and he was like, I thought you were American. Lesbian. You know that thing? English is confusing.
Okay.
This was my favorite video on the internet. To be
Okay,
honest.
I'm the one who showed you that, first of all. Second of all, yeah, she's an idiot.
She's smarter. What do you mean? She definitely knows something you don't. Okay.
What does she know? That her toes are sparkly? What?
Because she was talking about like the solar system and stuff. I think it's closest to the sun. That was so good. But you know what the best thing is?
Also, farting in my video's not good etiquette, asshole.
Also, do you know who Joe is?
Yes. Nah, nigga. Fuck yourself. Fuck yourself.
Joe Mama.
Oh, I'm gonna murder you in a 1v1 later.
How did you fall through that 2 times?
Nah, nigga, I corrected myself. I stopped myself. Okay, let's get back to the video. This video is 2 hours long.
Okay. I mean, there's nothing really else to talk about. We finished the generation thing.
We finished the okay.
And you want me to finish the transgender thing? Okay.
Oh wait,
it was a stupid
no.
person making a
Actually,
joke.
we haven't finished the generation thing. We need to talk about your generation next.
Okay, my generation is just stupid all around.
Your generation is the same generation as Panda, where
the pros of my generation is none. The cons are Panda. Okay, we're done with the video.
The cons are Panda, and the 100 other kids like him. Okay, so next is the transgender thing. I want to actually talk a little bit about it, though. Okay.
Okay, what do you want to talk about it?
I want to talk about the fact that why don't people get that it's a thing nowadays? You can't change that it's a thing. It won't go away just because you call people names and say, oh, it's a sin against God. I mean,
Bro, that only works if they're Christian.
Oh, it's a sin against God. Well, you exist, so, God must have made some mistakes. Saying that to a Christian really pisses me off.
Hey, by the way, were you born on a highway? Because that's where most accidents happen.
No, I was not. It's just, I find... Okay, we were talking about religion. We were debating about religion one day. And, I think all religion is bullshit. Okay, I think most religion is bullshit. I think Bibles are bullshit. I think most Bibles are bullshit. I like the Satanic Bible. I'm not a Satanist. But there are some good points in there. And I like the Wiccan Bible. Those are both the Wiccan is the religion that I follow, but I don't religiously follow it like some Christian.
The Wiccan is the religion I follow, but I don't religiously follow it.
Let me finish. Shut the fuck up, nigga. But I don't read the.
But
I don't read the Bible of it, because the Bible's like $50. I'm not paying $50 for that.
Bro, it's your religion. Why would you have it $50? And how does it cost $50?
Amazon.
Like, what?
Amazon inflation prices. A Satanic Bible's even more than that, actually.
Bro, hold on, let me just go on Amazon real quick.
I think... Why are you looking this up? Why do you care?
No. I'm not. I'm looking something else up.
Like I trust you. But no. Okay. The thing that I'm saying is that it is wrong, very wrong, to be transphobic in a time where those same transphobic people are going to be taking care of you in the nursing homes. When those same trans people are going to be the ones taking care of you in the nursing home, and probably putting a pillow over the head because they know you're a transphobic piece of shit.
Oh my god.
What?
Oh my god.
What?
I just found the best thing ever.
What?
Okay, it says the complete infidel's guide to the Quran. And it's like on the front, it's like a meme thing. And on the front, it says, it shows like a bomb and then a check mark and like a pig and then a cross out mark.
You know, I love how you think pigs are dirty creatures, even though there's scientific proof that they're not.
Bro, this is just funny.
No, that's hilarious.
This is so good.
It's just,
pigs aren't dirty. I just don't eat them.
I mean, you don't have to fucking eat them.
Pigs are chilling, but...
I mean, you don't have to fucking eat them. Not a lot of people like pork because it's a fatty... delicious.
Like you. Oh.
I wanted this video to at least be nice, but I guess.
Listen, the video was nice, okay? You have to allow me some retardation. It's my personality type.
Fine, you get one more retardation card. I'm waiting.
What? No, I'm saving it for later.
But no, I want to hear what you think about the people who are transphobic.
Hmm?
I want to hear what you think about transphobia.
I don't think... can we define what transphobia is? Because based on the actual term transphobia, you can assume that transphobia would be an irrational fear of people who are transgender.
Okay. Get out of the way, fuck you. Okay, not you.
But yes, define transphobia, because from the literal meaning of the word, first of all, so it doesn't even necessarily have to be trans.
Okay, here we go.
It would be a fear of, so an irrational fear of.
No, you are you are completely wrong about the definition.
How am I wrong? Hold on, okay?
Here is the transphobia meaning. Hang on. Transphobia means dislike or prejudice against transsexuals or transgender people. Or
well, that's not a correct term. There needs to be another term. Because if you think about it, phobia is an irrational fear, so you add a prefix to it to tell what they're fearing.
Okay.
So arachnophobia is a fear of arachnophobia.
They use the word phobia in a completely different way than to what its original meaning is. Every word has two meanings, bro.
We need to make another loop.
On this?
Transism, probably.
Transphobia. And this is in This is in another dictionary. This is Webster. The Webster dictionary. Right here.
Well, I mean, the Webster dictionary doesn't necessarily have to be right.
Okay. Irrational fear of aversion to or discrimination against. Right in the middle of the fucking video. The fucking asshole. Against transgender people. Homophobia and transphobia are still major issues amongst the LGBTQ youth who are at a higher risk of verbal harassment by classmates. Erica Lenti? First one used to transphobia above. Okay. See, the original meaning of it is the same as it's always going to be. Okay. So what we're going to do is I'm going to turn off the video and then restart it when he comes back. See ya. Or actually, wait for part 2.